A study by Morgan Stanley predicts that 45% of women will be childless and alone by 2030. I got a banger from men only. Let's get straight into it.
Ashley Dalton did a video basically saying that in the 5 years that she has been servicing women, she has noticed that women truly do struggle with hearing the truth, no matter how you say it in so many words. And I've watched Ashley's lives before and some of her clips, and when I tell you, out of everybody that kind of is in the same lane as her and, has, built a platform around trying to help women and assist women and, elevate and growing.
A lot of these women, they don't want the help. They want you to keep feeding that delusion. I've said this in the past, but women change their environment to fit their mindset. Typically, men change their mindset to fit their environment. It's a big difference. What I mean by that is a lot of women just want to be in an echo chamber of delusion that says, yes, queen, know your worth. Yes, don't settle. That's what women want to be around, right? They don't want to be around other women that hold them accountable. Us as men, we have a hierarchy as men, and we understand that we must check each other most of the time. Me and my buddies, if I see one of my good friends, in chat, put up one in the chat if you agree. If I see one of my good friends making a very bad decision, more than likely I will speak up and say, hey, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that. Hey, watch out for this. Women will be like, girl, know your worth. You can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, they feed each other these delusional lies instead of these harsh truths. Like, women want pleasant lies instead of harsh truths. As men, we would rather have harsh truths over pleasant lies. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree?
And not even just about getting men, but just growing as a woman. Ashley is literally the least problematic one. And that just let me know.
I don't know who this Ashley Dalton chick, but I'm assuming she's one of these female content creators that helps women, but these women don't want the help.
And it doesn't really matter the delivery. If you tell a woman something she do not want to hear, she gonna try to do everything but tell you to shut up. Shut up is probably what she really wants.
The delivery will always be wrong when you don't want to hear the truth.
Tell you say, but she's not gonna say that. They're gonna talk in circles and they're gonna do everything just to simply keep you from telling them the truth.
Facts. Well, these women don't want to hear the truth. If they wanted to hear the truth, they would probably change something, but a lot of them don't change anything. They just keep doing the same things. It's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Ladies, if you have a bunch of failed relationships, and this is for men too, if you have a bunch of failed relationships, the common denominator in all your failed relationships is you. I'm glad I've done a few one-on-one consultations, and a lot of you guys have picked up on that. It's like, oh, I have a lot of bad relationships, Levi. And from what I've learned from you, I'm the common denominator, which means you're the one that needs to change, not anybody else. You need to look internally instead of externally. If you're the problem in all the relationships are failing, it's because of you. It's not because of them. So go fix yourself.
The suffering continues.
What's your age?
33 in 9 days.
Oh, she looks 40. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
At 32, has a man ever proposed to you before?
No, never. I've never been proposed to.
Shocker.
I don't think I've ever given the man the feeling that he could propose to me.
No, you haven't given him the feeling that you're worthy of a proposal. This is what I don't get. Why these women don't understand this. Men control access to relationships. Ladies, you control access to sex. If a man's not proposing to you, it's because he doesn't see you fit to be proposed to. Why can't they understand this concept?
I'm very strong and I'm very independent.
Not the cap.
And I've never really given a man an opportunity to think that he could.
Well, what makes you think it's on you to give the man the opportunity to propose to you as opposed to it just being something he does?
Basically because men in Miami do not like to be turned down. And if they don't feel the energy with the person that it's going to get to that point, then they're not going to even try.
But what was your longest relationship?
So my longest relationship in reality has been a year. 2 years.
Wow, to be that old and your longest relationship is a year? Chat, put a one in the chat. Is that a red flag? To me, that's kind of a red flag. I had situationships last longer than a freaking year.
Years. And that's only because I made myself continue to try. In reality, I'll test the man out for the year, and
she's a runner, she's a track star.
After that, if I feel like there's no consistency and he's lacking how he was from the beginning, I completely...
Decisions made in fear, scarcity, and lack will always leave you disappointed. These women are always just looking for a man. He needs to be consistent. If he's not consistent enough, if he doesn't do this, if he doesn't do that, they're always looking for a negative thing from a man, as opposed to, oh, wow, I get to look forward to what he's going to be. I get to look forward to how our relationship's going to blossom. You see what a nihilistic view a lot of these women have? This is just a typical modern woman right here, though.
Cut it off.
This woman is
33 years old, talking about she picky like she's 23. Honey, you're going to hit no man's land pretty soon. Like I always say, ladies, by 27, you need to sell. By 30, you're 50% off. 35, clearance rack. 40, you're at the freaking outlets. 50 plus, you're at the freaking Salvation Army. And then once you hit like 55, 60, you're a free sample at the freaking mall. Shots fired! Ladies, there's a time clock on your fertility. There's a time clock on your youth, and that's what men value. You should look in the mirror. You know what matters for women? What matters for women is what's in that mirror and what's on that scale. What matters for men is your success, what's in your pocket, and your body. If you can keep those going, your success, when I'm talking about like a network of other high-value men, they deem you as a man of value, and they deem you as someone who is productive in the group. That's part of being a high-value man, having some money and being in good shape. Because you can have money and be a fat slob, and a lot of women are like, brother, you still need to be in good shape. Sound mind, sound body. Your health is your wealth, dude.
2030, 45% of women in North America are said to be single and to have no children. Now, there's nothing...
Bro, they're going to be selling Xanax like candy when that time comes. It's going to be truly sad. They're going to be like, who needs Prozac? Who needs Propofol? What are some of the other ones? Lama. These pharmacies are loving this. They're like, they're all going to be alone. I'm telling you guys, bro, you need to go get you some stock and some pet food. You need to go get you some stock and some pet food. Like if you ain't started in investing in Purina, maybe some cat food. Ooh, buddy boy, because now people are taking care of their animals more than they take care of themselves. It's crazy work.
Talking about how I don't understand why men complain about women who want provider men when they could just go for women who are down for 50-50, because there's so many of them. And a lot of the comments were saying the reason
there's
we're
so many of women for 50-50.
Stop the cap.
Chat, do we think that's true? There's so many women that want to go 50-50. I mean, I know we have some based women here that would do the 50-50 thing, but I feel like most women want a traditional man, but they're not a traditional woman. Shots fired!
Is because women want a provider man, but then they don't want to complete their traditional roles. Like, sort of like what do they bring to the table then if they just don't want to do the traditional part? I guess maybe I was in a little bit of a bubble, because in my head, if a woman wants a traditional man, then she herself is traditional, because that's how I am, that's how my friends are. I can admit, maybe I wasn't looking at it holistically and thinking...
If she's 28, you're not traditional, though. A lot of these women think they're traditional. Like they say, I'm traditional, just because they want a conservative guy that's a provider guy. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Ladies, if you're 28, childless, you go through situationships, you're hitting the bars and the clubs, newsflash, you're not freaking traditional. Shots fired! Traditional women are married from the ages of 18 to 24, and they have kids by the time they're 30. If not one, probably two. They have one sexual partner. They're virgins at marriage. That's traditional. I'm going to keep it a buck. This is looking like a modern woman. I don't see you being traditional. You got a big friend group. It looks like you're over 20. Where your husband at? Traditional women have husbands. Traditional women have kids by the time they're 25, 26. So are you traditional? Because I'm smelling a lot of...
About the other perspectives, that if what these guys are saying is true, then unfortunately I agree. If women are going to expect a man to provide for them, they are going to expect that traditional role from a man. Unfortunately, you do have to fulfill the traditional role.
Unfortunately? What? You should be fortunate. Like, unfortunately, you have to be traditional. What, you just can't be a runner?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
As a woman. Sure, there will be guys that don't care. Sure, there will be guys that don't mind if you work, but you don't need to work, but they don't mind if you do. But most will probably not be okay with that. And I agree with this. You can be financially independent and still want a provider man. But let's talk about what that...
Bro, want your cake and eat it too. You can still be financially independent and still want a provider man. No, you can't.
Looks like. Does that mean your man is 100% providing for you, yet you have a job that's making a good amount and you're only hoarding that for yourself? What's the point of a marriage then? On the flip side, If you are financially independent, you work, your man works, he's providing for you, and you guys pool together your resources, then that's not really him providing for you. You're pooling your resources. So it's like as close to 50-50 as it gets, even if like the amount that you guys are contributing is different.
What's so funny about a lot of these modern women that they talk about relationships like it's a business partnership. What he's bringing, what I'm bringing, what we're bringing. What happened to the whole team ideology? Sometimes I'm the leader, sometimes you're the follower. Sometimes I'm going to do certain things that you don't do and vice versa. What happened to those days? You know why I think that is? It's because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Pour flavor. Loki. Free. Dude, he's getting good at it now. He's getting good at it, bro. It's some of that chicken jerky, boy. He likes that chicken jerky, though, I'll be honest. He really digs it. He really does. It's nice and soft, so he can chew it easily. Chew it very easily, yes he can. Huge fan of it. Get some chomps in the chat. There we go. He's chomping out, dude.
Wait your turn. By 2030, 45% of American women ages 25 through 44 are projected to be single. Wait your turn. Get your money right, get your body right, get your mental right. The baddies will still be there, I promise. This means almost half of the dating pool will still be available. Upgrade yourself and you're bound to get you some fine shit. You're bound to. Do not crash out. Do not trip over a girl right now, because most likely she's gonna be single in a couple years, or you can replace her with something better. Take as long as you need to get your motion right, bro. This game is about longevity. You do not.
Yeah, I completely agree with this guy's take. Loki, go to your place. I don't know what you're thinking about right now. I completely agree with this guy. Go out there, get your mind, body, money right, and you'll be good, dude. You'll be good. This is why you want 3 ways to unbuck your life right now. Loki, you took the focus on you, dude. You took the focus again. Why are you doing this to me, bro? Why are you doing this to me? This is the second video in a row. Oh, there we go. That's what we got at that time. Loki, lay down. Thank you, sir. But also, fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with anybody else. But there's 3 ways to unbuck your life, man. Number 1, go listen to As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's free on Spotify. It's free on YouTube. Go listen to it. I listened to it the other day when I was mowing the yard. It's so great. It just helps you reprogram your mind. Number 2, get in the gym. Number 3, eat a whole food diet. Meat, veggies, fruits, eggs, things like that. Your skin will clear up. Drink a lot of water. And then number 4, if you can, consume better content. Don't consume to be entertained. Consume to learn. Consume to create. Go learn a new skill. Go create something. So many of us right now in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think so many of us, especially Americans, we just consume so much that we forget to tap into that creative side. We're creative. All of us are very creative in a certain way. Some people can knit, some people can design, some people can paint. Ricky Sickle can draw. Marvin can do 3D renders, like 3D animation and stuff like that. Like, all of us have something that we're creative. So ask yourself one of these days, what is something I can do creatively that can help me get to that outlet? Instead of consuming, like you get off work, you go home, you put the Netflix on, and you're just sitting there just, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, go create something. A lot of us lose that skill after we're an adult because you tap into it when you're a kid, but now we have so many things that are distractions. So I urge you to go out there and create something, bro. Go out there and create something.
And why so many career-driven women have problems in the dating world. A lot of these women aren't staying in their physical lane or their mental lane when it comes to the men. Because now you want these men that make all this here money and do all of these here things for you, which is a very small percentage of men. If you say, I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men.
85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%. Half of them gay. Or live with an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, Leos, or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the dating world because they're unrealistic for their dating pool.
Women will...
Well, it's an overinflated sense of self. I completely agree with this guy. Because most women want a guy who's 6 foot, right? Only 14% of the men worldwide are over 6 foot. And then you want all these other requirements. To his point, you cut that percentage in half, you cut it in half, you cut it in half. And by the time you know it, you're getting to about 0.5%. And the thing is, like I always say, if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shibboleth should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt. Like, ladies, you got to realize that if he's meeting all your requirements, this man also has requirements, but more than likely, if he meets your requirements, he meets the next girls, and the next girls, and the next girls. He got lay of the land. He can go out there and do whatever he wants. This is why I say, men, stop chasing women. You chase things, they run. You attract things, they come. Isn't that right, Lokes? Isn't that right? You want another one? Free. Sit. Wait. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Free. Go to your place. But back in the day, back in my day, you know, my grandparents, when they got together, they was both nobodies. They were 19 and 16, they got married, and they started having a family. My grandma was going to school to be a nurse. My grandpa was a delivery truck driver. He was a milkman, for goodness sake. So who knows how many other kids he got. No, R.I.P. to my grandpa, though. For real, though, my dildo. But back in the day, women understood there was a duty to a man to help build an empire. Nowadays, women want empires built. They're either extremely picky or they're so damaged that they can't even get into a relationship because as soon as they start getting more than skin deep with someone, they want to cut and run because of the traumatic past that they've had. So it's so tough for men out there right now. And it's tough for women too because a lot of men aren't doing the work. They're not going out there and becoming the best versions of themselves. But at the end of the day, these men are still men. And I think that's what a lot of women seem to forget. These men are still men. Even if they're not the man that you would completely respect or revere, or he's not Rambo level, or, you know, doesn't have money like Jeff Bezos, they're still men at the end of the day. Women typically overinflate their marketplace value. Men typically undervalue themselves. So we've got two opposite sides, right? Women overvaluing, men undervaluing. And so this little area right here, there's nobody. It's no man's land. Men think they're below average. Women think they're above average. When actual reality, most of us are right in that average. 5 and 6. Like, that's what most of us are. Let's just keep it a buck. There's more average people than there are exceptional people.
2030, it is estimated up to 45% of women between the ages of 24 and 40 will not be married and will be childless. And there's many debates on why this might be the case. And I am a mum to a 29-year-old and a 21-year-old. I'm around a lot of their friends. And what I hear from them is, number one, they don't want to be left, if they choose to have children with somebody, left having a child or left looking after a child on their own, which we know the vast majority of single parents happen to be women, and women simply don't want to put themselves in that situation. And I suppose we still demonise single mothers. They get an awful reputation or an awful name. People look very poorly on single mothers. The other is the world is a much smaller place and they just want to do other things. Like having a child doesn't seem like the goal anymore. Doesn't seem like the gold standard to them. And then being in a marriage is something that they just don't aspire to. Like
yeah, because a lot of women think it's more of a burden or it's a bigger ask to be in a marriage than it is to have a kid. Like, a lot of women are like, well, I don't want to marry the wrong person, but they'll go out and have his baby. 2 of his babies. Hell, I interviewed a single mom. She thought it was more of a commitment to be married than it was to have his kid. Are you kidding me? Having your kid is more of a commitment. That's 18 years for sure. You can marry somebody and divorce somebody. Y'all could be together and be strangers in 1 year. But when you have a kid, that's 18, 20 something plus years. A lot of kids these days are living in their parents' house till they're darn near 30. They think it's more of a commitment to be married than it is to have a kid. We need to switch that. It's more of a commitment to have a kid than it is to be married. But this is why the phrase "marry before you carry" is such a thing. And I think we need to put this on everything. marry before you carry, end single mother epidemic, because we've seen a lot of the degeneracy in this world is from single moms. Now, it also comes from dads abandoning families. So guys, stop cheesing in these women that you don't want to take serious, but ladies, stop letting these dudes cheese in you. Shots fired! It's really not a tough equation. Ladies, you guys have so much more to lose if you get pregnant. It's a much more volatile situation. You have a lot more at risk if you let these guys blow your back out, realign your spine, and just go bareback in you. That's a big risk. So ladies, you have to realize you control access to sex. So if men control access to relationships and women control access to sex, and you let a guy get you pregnant, that's really on you. Guys are out there doing what it do. He can just dip and abandon you. You got to be careful. Be freaking careful. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Loki, did you have a good time? I had a great time, Father. Any more snacks up there? Do you have any more? Any more for a poor pup like me? All the way on your place. All the way on your place. He's so defiant. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go book a one-on-one chat with me. The link is in the description below. You can get some looks maxing advice, relationship advice. I can help you with your content creation journey, or you just need a reality check. Book a one-on-one time with me. The link is in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.